When I came here, I was 17, still in high school, kind of thought I knew what I wanted to do, but being here because we're oriented towards getting there. It's not about just going to school and getting a degree, it's about getting somewhere, and I think that was a really important part of the education that I don't see in my friends that go to other universities or colleges. I think the general atmosphere here strikes me as one of openness and friendliness. I think the openness comes from the fact that we're such a diverse campus body. We have students, I was a dual enrollment student, we've got students that are 16, 17, and we've got students that are in their 60s. Library and the humanities building are just gorgeous. I mean, they're just beautiful buildings. Obviously, I hang out at the library because I love to read, and the librarians are awesome here. So the aesthetics are very good here because you have a comfortable environment coupled with the things you need to do what you need to do. Whether it's doing your research or getting help on your homework, the Learning Center is constantly full of people needing the computers or needing the printer or needing help with their homework. There are more opportunities to be involved in things at Northeast than I could possibly have time for. I'm in Phi Theta Kappa, which is always doing something, whether on campus or off campus, and I'm also in the Spanish club. Part of the reason I came to Northeast was financial reasons. I'm opposed to debt, and Northeast was offering me a substantial amount of aid in scholarship form so that I could come here without getting into debt. Mr. Walters obviously works in the scholarship office, and he has seen me a lot over the last several semesters because state financial aid, I don't get state financial aid, so I have to go on scholarships. So Mr. Walters is regularly pestered, and he sent me an email a couple of months ago about Lipscomb and said, "Are you interested?" So I sent him an email and I said yes when I found out that they had my major. It's a relatively intense scholarship application, and the things they look at are what have you done with the school that you're transferring from, what have you been involved in, what are you involved in the community, who vouches for your character and what kind of character do you have, and it actually hinges on a personal interview. They go to the various schools that they're interviewing people from and talk to you and interview you. And so I went through all of that process thanks to the connections I have here and was able to get that scholarship.
I was born in Bosnia and Herzegovina, which belongs to eastern part of Europe. We did not have much opportunity to see what's going on in the rest of the world. And my first encounter with United States actually was to the movies, watching those cowboys and Indians fighting, you know. We came to Kingsport in November of 1998. My girls, twin girls, they were only 5 months old. We could not speak English. It was a scary feeling. It was really impossible for me to put money aside and pay for my tuition, pay for my books. Actually, I got a Belmont scholarship, which actually they pay for everything. I did not pay $1 out of my pocket. Everything was paid. And that's how it all started. They helped me with scheduling my classes, which allowed me to work 3 days a week, 12-hour shifts, and at the same time being involved full-time here at Northeast State. I think major advantage of Northeast State College is actually that they have small classes, which my professors, they have had time to find my weaknesses and help me out with my weaknesses. That way I can get much stronger, especially in classes such as English. In 3 weeks, I'm going to become a graduate nurse, and hopefully by end of June I will take state boards, which is actually required by the state of Tennessee, and I will become a registered nurse, which I will have associate degree in nursing. My long-term goal would be to become a certified nurse anesthetist. There was no one moment during those 12 years that I'm in the United States that I felt discriminated because of my background, and that means a lot. I think I'm just part of this community now.
I am an exercise science and physical therapy double major at Northeast State. I'm going to be continuing at ETSU in the fall, where I will be pursuing a bachelor's degree and then going on to receive my doctorate degree in physical therapy, hoping to work for a sports team. I began my career at Northeast State as a dual enrollment student when I was in high school. I was homeschooled throughout my high school career, and I found out about this opportunity that I could do some college work in high school. And after my first semester at Northeast State, my Comp 1 professor approached me about the honors program here at Northeast, and she said that she felt like I was an excellent candidate. And I talked to one of the advisors, and she got me enrolled in the program for my second semester of dual enrollment. And I just loved the atmosphere. I loved the teachers, I loved the classes, and I felt like I was really learning who I was in myself and becoming an adult by being at school here. And so after I finished high school, I chose to continue on and get my associate's degree because I felt like that was the best path for my life, and it was really going to open up a lot of opportunities for my future. I started dancing when I was 5 years old, and I have been taking classes at a studio all of my life. I still take and I teach dance, and I've always been really interested in the way the body moves. And so that is why I chose my major of physical therapy. I feel like it's something that I've always been interested in, and it's kind of taking something that I already enjoy to the next level and allowing me to maybe understand it better and be able to make a career out of something that I'm really gonna love doing every day. The staff at Northeast State is very different than going to any other college. When I was in high school and trying to make my decision about whether I wanted to stay here and finish my associate's degree or move on to university, I toured several different schools and looked at all my options. And when you come to Northeast State, all of the staff, whether they are a professor or working in the admissions office, or if they are a student worker that you're just passing through on the halls, everyone is doing their job, but they're all really enjoying it. There is a sense of pleasure when you come to school here that you see in everyone, that everybody is very happy to be here and they enjoy their job. The professors genuinely care about their students. The most important thing to tell people about Northeast State when they ask you is that it is college and it is going to be a challenge, and that you can make it as good as you want it to be. That it can be everything that you wanted to. If you strive for excellence, then this is a place where you can reach that.
I am a second-year student here at Northeast State. I'll be graduating this May and transferring to ETSU in the fall of 2010. I am an elementary education major, K through 6, and hopefully in a couple years I'll be working in a school system around here. Well, my journey to Northeast State started in high school. I had heard from many of my family and friends about all the wonderful things about Northeast State and how they have the small class sizes, and also how the faculty and staff and administration really do care about the students. So they encouraged me to take a further look into Northeast State, so I did my senior year of high school, and I loved it. I believe Northeast State has been a firm foundation for my education and for continuing my education. Northeast State has given me so many leadership characteristics that I didn't have before, and just helping me academically be ready for such a big institution. Coming to a smaller institution, getting to know people, getting to know how the system works and everything, and then taking that and applying it at a bigger university. Greg Walters is someone that I met when I was in high school, and he allowed me, through a scholarship application process, to attain the Ed Scholar Scholarship, which is a huge scholarship that I can use here, and it transfers to a state school. So I can transfer with it to ETSU, and that has been huge, along with the Hope Scholarship that I also received. So with those combined, I get my schooling pretty much paid for, and then also I can get my books paid for with that. So that has been a huge help for me and my family, and we are so thankful to Ed Scholar and Greg Walters for helping out with that. Northeast State isn't just a place that you're a number. They honestly do care about each student, and allowing each student to reach their full potential and helping them even past school and helping them attain a job. Prior to Northeast State, I was very shy. I was kind of the wallflower that only spoke when spoken to. And Northeast State has helped me find leadership characteristics that I didn't know I had. Keith Glover has been very, very good about helping me reach those through the leadership involvement on campus and through navigators. And before Northeast State and all the help that they've given me, I would not have been able to do that in the past.